Hi everyone, welcome back to today's session. Today we'll be discussing the poem The Laburnum Top by Ted Hughes. The Laburnum Top is a poem that discusses a relationship between a laburnum tree and a goldfinch bird. Let me tell you something about the laburnum tree. A laburnum tree is a tree that has yellow leaves. And the second most important feature about this tree is that its leaves and its seeds are poisonous. The next thing I will also like to tell you is about the goldfinch bird. A goldfinch bird is a bird that has yellow feathers and it is known for its beautiful singing. Yes, a goldfinch bird can actually sing and it has yellow feathers. Now let us discuss this poem which enhances the relationship between a goldfinch bird and a laburnum tree. The laburnum top is silent, quite still. In the afternoon yellow September sunlight, a few leaves yellowing. The first line tells us that laburnum tree is very silent, very still. Why is it silent? Not many animals come around the laburnum tree. And why does many animals does not come around the tree? It is because the laburnum tree has very poisonous leaves and seeds. The next line, in the afternoon yellow September sunlight. This line tells us that the poem was written in the month of September when it is the autumn season. A few leaves yellowing. I told you in the very beginning that laburnum tree has actually yellow leaves. Till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end. The next paragraph tells us that a tree that was very silent, very still, many animals not visiting it. Why? It has poisonous seeds. But a goldfinch bird comes to that tree. It is the very new visitor to that tree. A goldfinch bird, when it comes to the tree, it makes a certain movement, and that actually brings all the stillness and the silence of the tree into an end. A suddenness, a startlement at a branch end, then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt. Now the goldfinch bird is actually compared to a lizard. Just like a lizard is very alert in its movements, it comes abruptly from anywhere. In the same way, a goldfinch bird is also very alert in its movement. It makes a very abrupt entry into the goldfinch bird makes very abrupt entry onto the laburnum tree. Then she enters the thickness and a machine starts up of chitterings and of tremor wings and trillings. The whole tree trembles and thrills. It is the engine of her family. Now it is being said that as soon as the bird lands on the tree makes a movement like that of a machine. Of chitterings and of tremor of wings. A tree that was very silent, a tree that was very still, now it is experiencing certain movements because the bird has come to the tree along with its little ones. It is the engine of a family. This line is very important. Just like a car cannot run without its engine, in the same way a family cannot run without its mother or a father figure. And for the young ones of the goldfinch bird, the goldfinch is like the engine. She is the support system of the entire family. She stokes it full, then flirts out to a branch end, showing her barred face identity mask. Now I'll tell you something about the goldfinch bird. I told you that it already has yellow feathers, right? Now also the face of the goldfinch bird, it is very striped. Okay, and because the goldfinch has yellow feathers and the tree has yellow leaves, in all of that, the face of the bird is not seen very properly. And because the face is not seen properly, the young ones cannot identify their mother. So now what she does, she tries to put her feathers aside from her face so that her young ones can actually see their barred face mother. Now in the third paragraph, then with eerie, delicate, whistle-chirrup whisperings, she launches away towards the infinite. Now the goldfinch bird had come to the laburnum tree to feed its young ones so that they can easily sit on a tree that was not disturbed by the external predators and they can eat their food. Finally, once the young ones have eaten their food, the mother and the young ones, they fly back into the sky. The sky is being denoted as something which is infinite, which does not have any limit. For example, towards the infinite. And the laburnum subsides to empty. A tree that was silent in the beginning again becomes silent towards in the end when goldfinch bird is no longer on that tree. The goldfinch bird was actually a source of movement for the tree. Because of the goldfinch bird, the tree was experiencing certain movement, certain noise, which was usually very silent and which was usually very still. Now let us discuss some poetic devices. The first poetic device that has been used in the poem is alliteration. Example, September sunlight and tree trembles. The next poetic device that we use in the poem is when the bird is being compared to an engine and a machine. Engine, why? As soon as a car, just like a car cannot run without its engine, in the same way, a bird's family cannot survive without the support of the actual bird. The next thing is machine. Why is the bird compared to a machine? Just like when you turn on a machine, it makes the noise. In the same way, the bird is actually making a noise. So the bird is compared to two things, a machine and an engine, which is an example of metaphor, comparison of two things. The next poetic device that has been used is simile. The line, then sleek as a lizard. Simile is used to compare two things, but the words that we use in a simile is like and as. In metaphor, there is a comparison between two things, but like and as is not used. In a simile also, there is a comparison of two things, but like and as is used. So, the bird is compared to a lizard, which gives it an example of simile. Why? As a lizard is used. The next poetic device is personification. Personification is a poetic device where we give certain human characteristics to a non-human thing. A tree is said to be, tree trembles and thrills. Trembles and thrills? When we humans see certain danger, we tremble in fear, right? In the same way, the tree is trembling. That gives us a certain human characteristics, making it an example of personification. So as I told you in the beginning, the entire poem is actually a relationship between a laburnum tree and a goldfinch bird. Before the arrival of the bird, the tree is very silent, it is very still. It is the month of September. But as soon as the bird lands on the tree, the tree experiences certain movement. There is certain chirpings, there is twirlings on the tree. But when the bird eventually flies off into the sky, the tree again becomes silent. I will tell you two things about the tree again here, that it has yellow leaves and it is poisonous. And the reason that it is poisonous makes it a danger for other animals, and so they do not come near the tree. And also you can see that there is a very uncanny resemblance between the tree and the bird. The bird has yellow feathers and the tree has yellow leaves. So when the bird sits on the tree, it actually camouflages. Have you ever heard about this term camouflage? Okay, for example, when you're walking in a garden and sometimes you don't notice a grasshopper very easily. Why is that? Because the color of the grass is green and the color of the grasshopper is also green, making it camouflage. In the same way, the yellow feathers and the yellow leaves of the tree makes a bird camouflage in the surroundings of the tree. So in this poem, you have to remember your poetic devices, and you also have to remember the relationship that is shared between the goldfinch bird and the laburnum tree. Now, an important theme that is associated with the poem is the theme of love, the theme of sacrifice. We also see that goldfinch bird, for the sake of love, she makes a sacrifice. She leaves her young ones on the tree so that she can actually go around and find some food for her young ones. So the way the goldfinch bird is actually taking care of her young ones describes an important theme of love and sacrifice which all mothers make for their young ones. Now this is it for today for the Laburnum Tree. Please like, subscribe our channel. Your love and support is going to motivate us. Thank you so much.